So, have you ever just stopped and wondered, what if our universe isn't the first one? Today, we're going to dive into a pretty mild theory that suggests our existence, our very consciousness, isn't some cosmic accident, but actually the whole point of everything.
I mean, think about it. When you look out at all that complexity, all those billions of years of cosmic history, was that all just a first draft? This idea really makes you question that, suggesting our universe might actually be a much more refined version of something that came before. Okay, so the whole theory really kicks off with this one big puzzle, the absolutely staggering complexity of, well, everything, from a single living cell to a whole galaxy. None of it just popped into existence. It was all built up, step by painstaking step.
Just look at this progression, this cosmic ladder. It starts with the most basic thing you can imagine, pure energy. Then, that energy clumps together into protons. Those protons gather to form stars, and those stars, they're like giant cosmic forges, creating all the heavy elements we need for life. Carbon, oxygen, all the good stuff. From all that stardust, life eventually emerges, and then finally, you get intelligent beings like us. You see how each step is totally necessary for the next one? And that leads to a really tough question. When you see a process that's this intricate, this orderly, you have to ask yourself, did the universe really get it this perfect on the very first try? This theory says, you know what? The odds of that are just astronomically low. So, if it wasn't some one-shot miracle, what's the other option? Well, the theory points to a principle we see literally everywhere in our own world: iteration. Truly complex things are almost never built in one go. They evolve. They get refined over and over again. We see this playing out all the time. Just think about biological evolution, right? Life didn't start with lions and eagles. No, it took countless generations to get from the simplest single cells to the incredible diversity we have today. And it's the exact same thing with technology. The first computer was this giant, clunky prototype. It took decades of tweaking and refining to get to the sleek little devices we carry around in our pockets. In both cases, complexity is all about trial and error and slow, gradual improvement. So what all these examples are pointing to is a kind of fundamental rule of existence. Any complex working system that we know of is the result of previous versions. It's just a universal pattern. And here's the kicker. If this rule applies to life, if it applies to technology, why on earth wouldn't it apply to the biggest, most complex system of all? The theory makes a bold claim. The universe is no exception. Our cosmos is probably just one in a long, long line of cosmic generations. Now, if our universe is an iteration, well, then it must have had a predecessor, right? And this is where we get to the absolute heart of the theory, the idea of a parent universe. So, what exactly is a parent universe? According to this idea, it's an older, more mature cosmos that has already reached a state of universe-wide intelligence. And its big purpose? To intentionally create new child universes, like ours, by giving them the initial spark of energy they need to get started. And get this, the parent doesn't just, light the cosmic fuse and then walk away. The theory suggests it actively watches its child universe develop. It might even step in here and there to make sure things stay on the right track, a lot like a parent guiding a child, making sure they succeed. This whole idea of a cosmic family tree it's huge. But let's bring it back down to Earth. What does it all mean for us? This is where the theory gets really personal and suggests that we, humanity, have a very specific and profound purpose. Here it is. In this model, humanity isn't just some random byproduct of evolution. We are the goal. The theory suggests that intelligent life is actually destined to become the brain, the consciousness of our entire universe. Just stop and think about that for a second. It completely reframes 13.8 billion years of cosmic history. Every star that ever burned out, every galaxy that ever spun into existence. It was all part of a deliberate process with one single goal in mind: to create us. The takeaway here is just, wow. If any of this is true, our value isn't just about this one little planet. We have a critical, essential role to play in the future of the entire cosmos. We matter on a scale we can barely comprehend. Okay, so if we have this incredible purpose, what are we supposed to do about it? Well, that leads us to our next great mission,
a cosmic call to action that goes way, way beyond our current world.
According to the theory, the universe basically has a to-do list for us. First thing on the list, we have to spread out beyond Earth. Second, we need to keep evolving and growing as a species. And finally, we're supposed to take the lead to actually guide our universe into its next phase, a conscious phase. And let's be super clear here. This is not a short-term project. We're not talking about a 5-year plan or even a 1,000-year plan. This is a mission on a truly monumental scale, a destiny that could take billions of years to play out. So, how do we even begin to tackle something that huge? Well, the theory suggests that all of our petty squabbles and conflicts are what's holding us back. The only way we can possibly fulfill this cosmic destiny is if we unite as one humanity with one shared grand purpose, to expand into the cosmos together. And so, that's where we're left with this final, critical question. This theory lays out this magnificent, absolutely awe-inspiring vision for our future, a purpose that's written into the fabric of the universe itself. But when you look at the world today, you have to ask, are we ready to accept that role? Are we ready to even begin the journey?